So, Mr. Smith, in the tree line right up there, that grouping of trees before the main tree line, there's a house there with a fortified home. And I stopped by to see if anyone lived there, and nobody answered the door, so I quickly made myself up the wall and over top, and they have 3 tents, a giant card tent, and a bunch of boxes. I took the liberties of taking building supplies from them, but they think they'd be quite happy to know I didn't touch their guns. But I would like to.
I would have taken some tents.
I wouldn't take them of their tents. I do want to know what kind of people they are first before I decide if I want to pick more of their supplies.
Well, they probably sealed it up. That was your one-time chance, and tents are really hard to come by.
The thing is, they had a lot of supplies. I hardly think they'll notice what I've taken, if anything.
What'd you take?
A hatchet, 2 boxes of nails out of the many nails they had, and some food. Oh, and a light. But they had a large supply of everything, so... And also didn't have to break anything to get in there. I was able to run up the side of the wall and make my way in like a cat. I'm getting pretty bad migraines for a moment, but they've seemed to have subsided.
Good to hear.
We do need to keep an eye out for one of my business associates might be near. A friend of mine in my business is, I believe he goes by Otto Atwood, so hopefully we'll have the pleasure of running into him shortly.
Tell me about him.
He's from the same company I am, Waycrest Industries, and he was the head of technology for warfare when it comes to machinery. He's quite the reserved one. He doesn't like to talk too much, but he's direct and to the point. He's quite skilled as well.
Hopefully it's not like your security that tried to hold me up and do weird things to me.
No, he's quite the professional, I assure you, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach that kid a lesson if he keeps trying to, go toe-to-toe with an old man like me.
Is it happening more often? Again?
No, it was just that one time.
I was gonna say, if it keeps happening, I do have a pair of brass knuckles, and we have that back room there, and perhaps we could teach the poor lad a lesson. But
it's getting cold. I'm freezing my nips off. Shit.
If you're lucky, you can use them to cut glass, and we can break into a diamonds store.
Let's not get carried away. My nipples it's a figure of speech.
I was merely joking, Mr. Smith.
I know, but I'm freezing my ass off.
Mr. Smith, I found a box of matches. Perhaps we can get a fire started?
I'll see about it. I need to chop some of these up. I need some rags.
I'm making them into rags right now, Mr. Smith.
I've had the germ for a while. Can't get rid of it.
Back at the Den of Vice, I have some tetracycline, whatever you pronounce it.
I've used them all.
You gotta use them sparingly between each other. I've cured my germ multiple times.
Yeah, it won't go away from me. I've done it many a times.
Maybe it's an STD.
Alright, let's not get carried away. You might be right.
Unfortunately, our company's insurance doesn't cover that, Mr. Smith, so I don't think we can spare resources for your herpes outbreak.
Shit happens. Let's get out of here. Seems like the road's cleared up.
Copy, Mr. Smith. You lead the way.
Sounds good.
If we ever find a car, yeah, it's gonna make this job so much easier.
It depends if it breaks the space-time continuum. These European cars are pieces of crap. They tend to fly in the air.
I've seen it happen before, but that's why you stay in first gear. And you don't risk the other gears if the world is feeling quite populated.
Yeah, you make a good point. I'm gonna see if they can find a Smith. Well, they're just gonna we'll try to find the, there's a little watering hole down here, right by the police station.
I believe there's one on the right as well, right before we get into town. You know, it'd be some good fun, Mr. Smith. I've seen a nearby gas station. Maybe shooting it a couple times, make it explode, might be some fun entertainment for today.
Well, if that's what you want, big guy. I'm okay with whatever you want to do. I'm a very minimalistic kind of guy.
I'm thinking of filling explosions today, and if I can procure a nice size explosion from that gas station, I think that would make my day just all right.
Well, you have a highly explosive grenade. Yeah. I'm not saying use it, but you might want to use it.
I could either shoot the gas station things and see if those explode.
Well, you might be able to shoot in the gas station, but you can throw a grenade on top of it. You might get a couple to blow up. You're telling me. Hey, you doing good back there?
Just a slight migraine, nothing to worry about.
I wonder what your wife's like when you hit her with that excuse.
Hey, she probably has some smart-ass remark about not taking my medicine.
Ah, it's fucking raining again. God damn it.
Oh, there's a bit lackluster. Well, I guess that's what we get. Blowing up a gas station. I I thought the explosions would be bigger, but I guess this is what we got. That is some good handiwork, Mr. Smith.
What can you say? I tried. All right, let's get out of here.